So is everybody there? I'll just give everyone a second. Got it? And then after doing that, there's one more step. There's a options button here in the center. Click options and then select enable this content. What this does is it allows the macros and automatic operations to proceed, and then you can hit OK. We're just going to be going through everything kind of step by step. So at any point, if you get lost or if you miss a step, I'm going to try to go as slow as possible, but I welcome you to please raise your hand or call my name out and ask, and I will come and show you where to go, because I don't want anyone to feel left behind. I want everyone to be on the same step so that we all learn accordingly. And lastly, I just wanted to say, oh, sure. Okay. Let me get to that in 1 second. So before I attend to that mouse issue, I just wanted to say that in putting all the data into the system, I realized how much hard work you guys do. Managing all this data is not an easy task, and I can appreciate your guys' jobs. And I also appreciate you making it easier for me by sending me organized spreadsheets whereby I could just copy and paste most of the data into the system as opposed to having to enter it in manually, line by line. So it's a testament to you guys that it's already as organized as it is. But like Thomas said, there's always room for improvement, and it is designed to help you. So I welcome any scrutiny, any constructive criticism that you may have in today's session. And you can just note down any of those things, and during the questions and suggestions session towards the end, we can go over them all. The software we use to develop this is called Microsoft Access. And what Microsoft Access is, it's a database management software, and it is similar to Excel in that the brain of the program is a spreadsheet. And after you input the data into the spreadsheet, you're able to create more aesthetically pleasing forms and menus and screens whereby the data you're viewing is easier to read in a more organized manner. Can we get that? Yeah, can we get him? So as I was saying, Access is basically a database software, and you input all your data in a spreadsheet similar to Microsoft Excel. If you click on the navigation pane to the left, I'm moving my mouse over it, you can just click it once. Okay. You will see that there's a whole slew of different options for you to click. Now I'll go over these in more detail later. But first I'd like to start with Grant List, which is already open. It automatically opens to Grant List when you open the database, but for some reason if you ever need to get back to it, you can just double click Grant List. And then if you click this arrow right here, you can close the navigation pane. So in the grant list, what we've done is input all the data that you have given to me. Now some of the data is missing because some people provided, the new account numbers. Some people provided the account numbers in the old form, which is fine. How Thomas wishes to proceed is up to him as far as what data to keep and what data we will eliminate in the future. But for now, I just tried to input everything possible. Now, these are in no particular order. but there is the ability to sort however you may wish. So if you'll just right-click here on Grant Title, if you'll just right-click and sort, hit the first button, Sort A to Z, you'll see that it automatically sorts the grant. And so it's easy to find any grant that belongs to you. Similarly, if you right-click on Accountant and you sort that A to Z, it sorts all the grants by accountant, so you'll know where to go if you want to find your particular grants. Now, what I want to do next is browse through a particular grant. So why don't we go back to Grant Title and right-click it and sort it A to Z. And I want to take a look at the AIDS Surveillance Grant. So if I'm Lulu Mendoza and I log into the grant management system and I want to know something about my AIDS Surveillance Grant, I simply double-click AIDS Surveillance, and a screen pops up called Grant Details. Software is designed to where on any of these screens you can input any additional information you wish to be there, and it'll automatically update all the other options and screens. So you can input whatever you need to.
Or I could send it to somebody who would like maintain this to tell them if they need to change this or that.
Absolutely. Okay, just one second. Let's go to... Now, if you notice, there are different tabs here in the middle. There are different tabs with different pieces of information about this particular grant. So up here at the top, you'll see the name of the grant, as well as right here. Here you're able to change the name of the grant, where it says name, and there's a sort of a box to where you would type in information. Anywhere here, you're able to change information. So it's important to be careful when you're navigating through this to not, change something inadvertently or by mistake. So the first tab has all the details about the grant, relevant grant numbers on the left column, the new account number at the top of the middle column, the type of funding, which you guys can fill in later, federal, state, other, or general funds, funding agency, and we'll be putting in a drop-down menu with the most commonly used agencies, so you'll just be able to select them. But for now, I just type them all in. So since this is CDC, let me assume for demonstration's sake that it's a federal grant. So I want to have everyone click on the arrow on funding type, and let's select federal. Now after doing that, federal has been input, and all the other pages within the software have also been updated to show that it's a federal grant, that the AIDS Surveillance Grant is a federal grant. There's a status box where you can select if it's open, closed, or pending. Let's say you've submitted a grant proposal and you're waiting to hear back, or you've been approved but you don't know the amount. You can click pending. So for now, let's click open. And beneath that, we have the Baltimore City Health Department contact person. So if I have any questions related to programming, I can call Richard Maitens, and he'll be able to assist me. Down here, there's a big notes box. Let's say, now this is Lulu Mendoza's grant. Let's say I'm Lulu, and I received a phone call from the grantor saying, hey, I need you to submit the 440, or I'm giving you an extension of a week.